Hi, my name is Melody Zhang, and I'm presenting from Fremont, California. My topic is how social media impacts the mental health of adolescents, which I chose so that I could explore and share the phenomenon governing the fascinating and oftentimes alarming cyber influences on our psychology, particularly those of Generation Z. As of 2021, the world's most popular social networking site, Facebook, currently has 2.85 billion monthly active users. To put it into perspective, one out of every three humans on the planet regularly uses Facebook, and that includes infants. With how complex the human psyche is, it makes sense that the effects social media has on it are equally complex. On one hand, users can be driven to depression and self harm, and ultimately resort to suicide. On the other, less miserable hand, users can be lifted out of low points by supportive communities, find inspiration, and pick up friends like daisies off the ground. Besides, is it solely social media's fault for the downward spiral of our youth? Evidence does implicate smartphone and social media use in the increase in mental distress, self injury, and risk of suicide among North American youth. But is it possible that social media is only one of many, many factors, a sprinkle of spice in the helter skelter hot pot of our society? Spoiler, that's probably it. Social media has deeply affected how youth perceive their sense of self. What defines you? Is it your looks, your friendships, your following? To the many people who practically live their lives on their phones and computers, it might as well be those. According to the paper Emerging Neuroscience of Social Media, people use social media for two reasons. One, to connect with others, and two, to manage the impression you make on others. Students who spent more time on Facebook were noted to be more likely to feel envy or inferiority towards their peers. A term was coined for this, FOMO, the fear of missing out. In layman's terms, it's the paranoia that your peers are living their best lives while you're shambling by on just okay. Afflicted users compulsively orbit their socials, checking and refreshing sites to monitor their social connections, all the while missing out on the chance to meaningfully spend time with those connections outside of social media. Connecting online ironically disconnects us from reality. British psychologist Pamela Qualter calls this the reaffiliation motive, gravitating around social media and checking on the very friends you're avoiding. To watch as others thrive in their lives while you're stumbling over the hurdles of your own all alone, it gets exhausting being yourself. Hey, if social media sucks so bad, why do people keep using it? It's the hop to another YouTube video, the skip to another TikTok short, the jump to another Twitter post. It's an addiction. Using social media is an act of gratification. The user gratification theory categorizes the five needs people use social media to satisfy: cognitive, affective, personal integrative, social integrative, and tension free needs. Cognitive needs are satisfied by people satiating their thirst for knowledge through media. The internet's search engines constantly scramble to answer our every curiosity, as do sites like Reddit and Quora. Affective needs comprise the entertainment sections of media, jokes, memes, shows, fans of those shows, and so on. With its endless stream of glitz and glam, social media provides a perfect escape from the humdrum reality of life. Third in this Congo line is personal integrative needs, the self esteem need. As discussed before, people use social media to bolster their self esteem and cherry pick gratifying affirmations. Fourthly, social integrative needs encompass the need to socialize. Online communications are far more convenient than any real life meetup, eradicating geographical and temporal barriers so friends on the other side of the world can respond to messages at their leisure without haste or delay. Last but not least, tension-free needs, which is the use of media for emotional catharsis, stress relief, and some well-needed R&R. Users soothe their harried minds by plunging into comfort channels and submerging themselves in mindless scrolling. Our new digital brains tend to swing towards hyperactivity, inattention, depression, and multitasking mania. We've developed the constant need for instant gratification with a loss of patience. Hence, we might process the real world at the same haste social media demands, despite the two moving at entirely separate speed limits. When the International Center for Media and Public Agenda tested a technology blackout, students forewent media for 24 hours and found the results unbearable. Students claimed they went in withdrawal and felt extremely antsy, the kind of chatter a chain smoker would bemoan after a day devoid of cigarettes. To sum up the whole shebang with social media, problems abound, benefits a swarming, moderation a possibility. Sure, social media is infested with downsides, but that doesn't discount its many life changing, revolutionary upsides. Instead of cutting off social media and going totally cold turkey, isn't it better to live with the benefits and without the detriments? Of course, it's impossible to remain perfectly clear of social media's downsides, but with enough effort, the good can outweigh the bad. After all, as technology continues to integrate itself into everyday life, social media is here to stay and grow as a staple of society. It's up to us to decide how we'll navigate our new cyber reality. Thank you for listening.